Hello, hello, hello. I think I'm live. Am I? Hello. A little light on the subject. Hi, everybody. I got to check to see if I think I am. 10:10. There we go. Hi, Cameron. I'm going to make you a moderator. Is that okay? Oh. I don't know what that was about. Anyway, I don't know. I think I'm alive. Hang on. I think I'm alive. There I go. Okay, now my phone is catching up with me. Okay. Hello, hello. Good morning, everybody. Yeah, hey, standing in the light with Annie Bear. Good to see you. She dedicated a spiderweb video to my channel. Yay! Dancing on the web of creation. Yay! Well, I hope everybody's doing well. I was gone for a week. You know how amazing it is not to have any news filtering in. It was so awesome. And then I get back. Then I get back. All right. So as you sure look alive. I don't know. You sure you are alive? No. Okay. Anyway, Annie Bear, I'm gonna make you. Where are you? Where's your message, Annie Bear? I was gonna make you a moderator. There it is. Hang on. And if you don't want to be, just tell me and I'll remove you from moderation land. All right. Can y'all hear me okay? Is this good? So we got some stuff. To talk about. What is going on? No King's March. Or as Mike Johnson says, Hate America March. Like, oh my God. What's up with that guy? He's the one. Hang on, I gotta turn off my phone from dinging. What did he say? It was so funny. And maybe it's just sad. He said about the No King's March, we are so angry about it. I'm a very patient guy, but I've had it with these people. These people? Oh, he's not going there, is he? Had it with these people. They're playing games with real people's lives. Who's the one that's not going to work? Okay. Well, anyway, I can't get down that road, Mike Johnson. and then I guess they released his Grindr texts. These guys who say that they're evangelical Christians and then they want to shut down the government, they want to hurt people's lives. It's beyond me. How do they sleep at night, as Mr. Lennon said? Okay. Yeah, Maureen, his little Johnson got hurt. Googly eyes. I still think of South Park, and it's so crazy how they got around the censors for showing Trump's little pee-pee. And we're at the very end of the video where they go, I'm Donald J. Trump and I endorse this, approve this message. And the reason that they could do that is because they made his little pee-pee into a character. And the way they did that is putting googly eyes on him. Oh, good Lord. Good Lord. All right. So, did anybody watch Pam Bondi during the Senate confirmation hearings? Did anybody do that? That was fun. That was fun. Anyway, I caught a little bit of it, and can you feel that these people are they know that they're losing it? There's a shift coming somewhere. The Hate America march. Come on, they're struggling. I think they're really, really struggling. With even though the Democrats are struggling with their message, I saw Chuck Schumer. I'm like, oh, please, please. Amy Klobuchar was like shrinking when he was telling some stupid joke or something. I'm going, oh, please, please, please. Anyway, but we have some rising stars in the Democratic field. And it really feels like it's the young people that are going to be stepping up. The AOCs, Bernie Sanders. He's still young, isn't he? I hope he can run again. Bernie Sanders. Oh, what a guy. All right, let's get into some stuff. If you guys, I will try to if you have some questions, I'm on YouTube. Let me see if I can pin something, or I can put a user in timeout. So be good. Oh, I can. Okay, so this is easy for me. I'm on YouTube versus StreamYard, and maybe I can pin one message. I don't know. We'll see. So if you have a question, put it in all caps and I'll try to get to it. But in the meantime, I know a lot of people have read on all this stuff before. And so it's going to be repeat stuff. Let's read on. So some of the big news things that I got, again, I got to throw props out to Heather Cox Richardson. Heather Cox Richardson. She is so calm, so good with her delivery of what is going on. And at the end of her videos, she's always giving, what can we do? And when we go to these No Kings marches, we are not hating on America. We are loving on America. And remember when Kamala was out there, she brought pride back to being an American again. And for me, that's going to be what I want to do, is bring pride back, as hard as it is, because we're in the other side is in such hate mode, and they say it by little Mikey Johnson. Little Mikey got hurt. I love that. Anyway, so if you go out there on 10/18, and I liked what Heather said, was it's not just the big cities, it's the little cities. It's the little cities that's going on. Okay. I'm going to pin this and see. What does that mean? Oh, yeah, good. I'm going to try to pin another comment. So I have one. How's Kamala book tour doing lately? I don't know if that's hot. Okay. I think, that's a double-edged question. Let me get back to that again, because I'm still playing on this YouTube thing. But getting back to the No Kings March, big cities are great to be in. Maintain the bubble, and what I mean by that is have eyes in the back of your head. Really be aware of everything going around you. Videotape, document it, voice recorder, video record, everything. I saw that one minister got beamed in the head by an ice sniper. I'm like, what the hell? How does that fit in with the Christian right? How does that fit in with it? It was a minister. Oh, I need to go out and stand by a waterfall again. Okay. So when we're out there doing No King's March, even if we're not in a big city, little cities are really powerful. If we go out into the places where we think it's a big MAGA crowd, they're going to get the news too. They're going to go, what the hell's going on? I think so many people aren't really paying attention. They will when things start, like I think on the 15th, if the government is still shut down, which Mikey Johnson doesn't seem to want to go back to work. Like, ay. Oh, someone said get a burner phone. Who said that? Pamela, I think. Pamela. Oh, I'm gonna pin this one too. Someone said get a burner phone. Maybe. Let me see. Can I put this? Replace. Oh, I can only do one pin message. Okay, so I'm gonna replace. I'm gonna read on how's Pamela. Not Pamela. How is Kamala's book deal going? How is Kamala's book deal going? And there's two different ways that how is she feeling about her book deal? How is it resonating with others? It feels like there's still people going out and seeing her. I mean, if she shows up in my neck of the woods, I'd go down there. And the other thing too that Heather was talking about was just standing up. If you don't want to have a voice, if you don't feel comfortable speaking, then stand behind somebody who does feel comfortable speaking and just show some support. Yeah, I'm with you here on this. So even if I couldn't get in to see the Lotus, I would stand in line. Look at the line. Look at the crazy line. And then if she was signing books and making, I'd be the last one, make her stay. Okay. Some people who are so good at signing autographs, they just stay until the last person. Wow. Okay. How's the book deal going? 3 cards for Kamala. How's that book deal going for you? What are you thinking about? How are you feeling about her power? Because it was depleted, it felt like. How are you feeling about your power now? Whew. Oh, it's really blurry. Hang on, I'm gonna see if my camera's messed up. That's really. I've got who's the Arizona woman that has the soft focus on her lens? Yeah, so she's got the Fool card. How's she feeling? So is she feeling foolish? Is she feeling like she's jumping on a new journey with the book tour? Or is she going, this is energizing me. I'm getting ready for a new journey. She's still on stilts with the 5 of Swords. This is, there's still that abuse of power that's going on. But in this deck, this could be her just being careful on how she moves, because there's so much abusive power around her. But if this is her on those stilts, then she's taking some of that power. Yep. And she's still not there yet. She's got the 9 of Wands. So she's beat up. She got beat up. She's still standing. And here she's battling up to the top. She's not giving up. Not giving up. So I think that's good. All right. What about Annie Bear? What cards do we get for No King's Day? Good one. What cards do we get for No King's Day? You guys are all psychic. What do you think? I'm just going to keep putting it out there to be peaceful. When I watched that minister get beamed in the head, and then when I watched, there was another newscaster. She got her car got chemical bombed, sprayed, pepper sprayed, whatever it was. And, people are coming around with eye wash. One guy, I don't know if it's the same thing or a different one. They had a gallon of milk and pouring it over her face to kind of offset the burns or whatever it was on there. Just keep the violence down. Let's look at this two different ways. I feel like we, this general community of we, will be peaceful, and we're not going to be antagonistically violent. Is that even a phrase? Antagonistically violent. What do you think, Psychic Duck? Is that a phrase? Yeah, it's a good phrase for you. Say hello to Psychic Duck, everybody. Hello, everybody. Good to see you. All right. Put you back in the duck pond. That's my most comfortable. Psychic Duck needs his own show. All right. So let's look at the other thing, too, so we will be mostly peaceful. We're going to be chilling in our own little duck pond. But I feel like there's going to be some other people who are going to be inciting some trouble. And of course, it's Antifa. Antifa. Christy Nome, I think she said, we found, oh no, it was Pam Bondi in that weird music. It was like the end of days music. We have found the wife of Antifa. Oh, hey, thank you. Who did this? Somebody, hang on. Who did this? Aki Masamura. 10, thank you. Thank you for that. Okay, so, and I hope I pronounced your name right. I forgot where I was going. Money does that to me. I forget where I'm going. Oh yeah, there's going to be some people that are going to be in the crowd trying to create trouble. So stand strong. Don't fall for it. Antifa people. They found the wife of Antifa. There's no group. It's just a concept. I'm anti-fascist. That's what this whole rally is about. No kings. Okay. How's this rally going to go? I thought I turned you off. How is this rally going to go? There we go. How is this rally? I'm going to do 6 on this. 10 of coins. 10 of coins. So this is, okay, this could be read a couple different ways. It's the first card. So, and I'm using my Fountain Tarot with this. So it could be a lot of money coming in to pay for some people that are, not really part of the general No Kings March. There was money in it. It could be family, and it could be a blockage of the true value of what we're doing, so that the coins are all stacked up, so it's hard to see the forest behind this man-made facade. Oh, yeah. Eight of Swords, restriction. I think that's where we're going with this. Page of Wands, message, Seven of Coins. In the past, how do we deal with this? How's this going? Knight of Swords, the truth is coming out. And Five of Wands. Be really, really, really careful with this. The potential near future on this, it's not the Five of Swords. It's not a Tower moment. And I think I'm going to keep going on with this just to see what I get. But it feels like maybe this Five of Wands is a lot of chanting, but it feels more like it's back and forth with people. Luckily, it's not coming to blows. There's going to be some worry. And what's the final outcome card? It's all about the king. No, the King of Pentacles. No kings. And we get full illumination. Yes. And it's us coming together, working together with the Three of Wands. That Three of Wands in this deck is so interesting because you have two opposing forces and they're being woven together into one strand. So when we go out there, and I'm thinking this just for myself, when we go out there and we stand, there are Republican now who are going, this isn't what we signed up for. Joe Rogan, he had this thing. Do I even have it written down? I think I do take notes sometimes. Surprising. He said, Joe Rogan, he said, everyone who has a heart can't be going along with this. Just because somebody came on the wrong side of the dirt. He said that. And I'm like, that's a no borders thing. That's a John Lennon thing. Just imagine. And I am all for opening up the borders. Let's not have them. We have enough resources if we managed it correctly, which we don't. But if we did, then we wouldn't have a lot of this stuff going on. But anyway, getting back to it, we're going to be side by side with people that we may go, how could you have voted for this guy? But they're changing their minds. And I think it's important for us to think about, how are we going to deal with people who voted for Trump and then they go, I made a mistake. I mean, do we berate them? My little voice inside my head goes, hell yeah, berate them. But my bigger voice says, just smack them around a little. And then my really higher voice says, no, you can't do that. We all make mistakes. We were all blinded. Okay. It was Maureen who said, get a burner phone and document everything. Yeah. Okay. Hey, Foggy, how about them Chiefs? Thank you. All right. And the Archangel channel. If you guys haven't checked out the Archangel channel, did you make those cards? She put up a video and she said she got new cards. And she only shows her hands. She's got nice hands. Anyway, and she's got some intuitive cards. So seeing if she actually made those or selling those. And whose birthday is it today? It's Gavin Newsom's birthday, I think. I think I saw that in one of my feeds. Foggy said, no, you say, come over to the dark side. We have better cookies. Yeah. Yes, and Annie Bear does have wise advice. And she goes, I'll be polite, but I'll keep an eye on him. Of course. Of course, it's easy to fall back into it's just easy to fall back. Okay, what else are we going to read on? I do have questions. Stephen Miller, okay. He had an interview. Oh, and Jake Tapper. What the hell's going on with Jake? Jake Tapper did an interview with Trump, and he got his answers via tweet or text. What the hell is that about? I leave for a week and things just... All right. Stephen Miller, he had this little freeze moment when he was talking about plenary authority, which is saying Trump can invoke the Insurrection Act, martial law on the street, blah, 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 because he's losing in all the courts, just losing. And so when he froze, some people are saying that he had this little attack, ischemic attack or brain freeze or whatever, which certainly happens. I just had one. See that? But there was somebody else that said that was deliberate because what Trump picks up is the last thing somebody says. So if you keep talking and keep talking and keep talking and keep talking, but maybe it was this huge ass dramatic pause for Trump to get the message. You can do this. And I want to look at that. And then I'm going to, so hold your questions because I'm not going to be looking at the chat. So, okay. Stephen Miller, was that 3 cards? Was that planned or was that a health issue that you had? Everybody in that administration has a health issue. Okay. Was that planned for Mr. Pumpkinhead or was that a health issue? Ooh. What does that say? Planned or health issue? That could be planned. Tower moment, right? The Hermit. And the Hierophant. Holy crap. Yeah. Okay. So from what I'm getting on these cards, now I had to look at Foggy's comment. Let me make it perfectly clear. I love Patrick Mahomes. Okay, that's clear enough. So, Stephen Miller. Now I'm not going to look at the comments anymore. Stephen Miller. Was it planned or was it a mental freeze, a health event? The Tower moment, the Hermit, going into isolation, shining a light on something, and the Hierophant. This feels like it was a hidden motivation to bring down the government in a, I don't know if this is a controlled fall or what, but it feels like he wants to shake the government to its foundation so that they can rebuild it. And so for me, that is a yes, it was planned. It was not mental. It was planned. And then he goes, oh no, I froze. I had technical issues or something like that. That's what I get. Okay. So as we dig into a little bit more clarity, will Trump invoke the Insurrection Act? And then the next question I want to ask is, if he does, will the generals and the people who have to do this, are they going to go along? Will Trump invoke the Insurrection Act? Queen of Wands, Seven of Wands, defending himself, going back to a simpler time. So I got the Queen of Wands. So a female bringing forth some powerful information, something about defending oneself with this. And then I get the Six of Cups. And in this deck, it's going back to, going back to an innocence, to a simpler time. But in this deck, it looks like get smart in the cone of silence. And so there's still some secrets going on in the past so my take on this is no, but it's still in the works. He's not going to do it because of some big information that is going to come out and he's going to have to defend himself. Could that be the Epstein files? Information that is going to come out that he has to defend himself? Okay. One more. If Trump declares martial law in the Insurrection Act, what would those fat generals do? I know some women who have been in the armed services for a long, long time, still serving today. Not happy with Kegseth. Okay, what will the generals go along with it? Or will they say, we took an oath to the Constitution? That's a no. They're hearing it. If I use this, so it's the same Six of Cups. If they're in their little cone of silence, they're going, we hear the chatter, we hear what's going on. Well, that card wants to come out. Okay, now I know why. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, they do hear this. It really hurts them. This is a heartbreak moment for them. This is a betrayal moment for them. And they know that they're dealing with the Ten of Wands here, but this is like red hot pokers that they're managing, and it's not easy for them. But what was the card that said, pick me, pick me? Justice. Yeah. So they got their handle on this. It's not going to be easy, but I don't think that they'll go out there and they will do that. Yeah. Maureen said it's the women who in the military who are going to bring Kegseth down. Yeah. Okay. Let's look at Should we look at the shutdown? Should we look at that? Should we look at it? What's going on with that woman from Arizona who's not getting? Well, let me go back to little Mikey Johnson. So I know that most of us, 99.999%, except maybe if there's a troll or two here, if are they getting, do they see through Mike Johnson and his little petty little lies? Do they see through that? Where they say, where he goes, yeah, the Republicans are not going to work, but the Democrats aren't coming to work. I mean, do they see that? Are any of the Republicans paying attention and seeing how Mike Johnson is being such a hypocrite? And the challenge that I have with reading on, I got the Queen of Wands again. So moving on to calmer waters in the Empress. There's some powerful female energy that oh my God, yes, the Star of Hope. Being restricted. Yeah, I think that there is there is a group that is seeing through the BS. And a lot of it is, I think it's the powerful women that are going to be starting to stand up, that are standing up. But even in Magaville, I mean, again, I go away for a couple of days and Marjorie Taylor Greene, I don't know what happened to her. PsychicDuck just said, I had a little quack with her. That's chat. Well, why don't you talk to more of these people? So even Marjorie Taylor Greene is shifting. Now, again, I'm going to go with Annie Bear's advice. I'm still keeping a good eye on her. I'm not, you know, there's something. I mean, there's always something off with her, but she's going, this isn't right. Her constituents in her town are saying, you're going to pull away our health care? So, yeah, she's seeing, and, you know, Trump goes, well, I'm not going to vote for you, so you're out. Ay, 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 ay. Okay. It's gonna be interesting us when this S show just starts to fade away. How we deal with it. It's gonna be challenging. Okay, I wanted to read on the girlfriend of Antifa. I keep mispronouncing that. I'm not going to read on that. China tariffs. We found the girlfriend of the leader of Antifa. They're so stupid. They're really stupid. Okay. Yeah. Misty Rose. She MTG just wants to be, you know, reelected again. So what is it with these people when they get elected? I mean, is it because they get health care for life? What is it with these people? I said these people again. I'm using little Mikey's terms. What is it with our elected? You can't call them leaders anymore. I don't know what the word is. But they don't want to give up that power that they have, even though they're so ineffectual. actual, I mean, the Republicans, they're not even working. And what power do they have? They're not even there. Why do they want to stay? Well, the vacations are pretty good, especially if you're a Republican. Okay. Let us look at the China tariffs. Yeah, but you know, a lot of these people want to be reelected again, but they're not paying attention to their constituents. They're not really giving them the information that they need. And then it goes back to we, the people, are not paying enough attention. Now, I think in YouTube Psychic Land, I think we do a pretty good job of getting that out and allowing the community to get some information to think for themselves. There are some that do it way better than others, like Libby over at Meister Tarot. Oh my God, her research that she does. I don't know how she does it, but anyway. And you know, then so you have some really powerful people giving some great readings on this and allowing us to think, what is the truth, and really finding out the truth for the situation. And even the Republican podcasters like the Joe Rogans, they're starting to question it. And some of these people who have been on for just a year, jumping into the political talk channel, they're not seasoned strategists. And so they're finding out, oh, maybe I was saying things that weren't for America. And maybe I was taking money from Russia that I shouldn't have taken to pump up my channel. How come Russia doesn't pay PsychicDuck any money? Because PsychicDuck could easily turn into... Okay. Sorry. I keep Ice Duck around just to remind PsychicDuck it's easy to slip and fall. $50,000. I'll say a lot for $50,000. Okay, where am I going? China. Huge tariffs coming November 1st. Well, how much time do I have? 43 minutes. Let's do two things right now. Let's look at the 15th. So the stock market, when I was gone, or yesterday, I was just driving back, took a dump. Boom. I'm just reading the headlines. Bitcoin, not Bitcoin. What's the term for the digital currency? I did a Stephen Miller brain fade. Anyway, the Bitcoins of the world, they lost $6 billion in one day. That's what I read on Yahoo. I don't know if that's true or not. It was just a headline. In the stock market, some indices dropped 800 points. That should get some Republicans' eyes, because that's what they're all about. I mean, we do need to have enough money to put food and housing. And that's what we can offer people if we had a smart government. Okay. Just imagine. Let's look at October 15th. That is, if the shutdown is going on, that's when some people say America is really going to feel it. The military is going to miss a paycheck. This one woman got on to talk to Mikey Johnson, and she was military. She had a special needs kid, and she goes, "What the hell are you doing?" And Mikey Johnson flipped it to the Democrats. And it just drives me absolutely nuts how good they pivot. Or is it bad? Bad, they pivot. And a little thing snaps into my brain, and then I'm off in crazy land. Stay on topic, which isn't the right thing to do, because I can't have a logical conversation come back with them because my brain started screaming. Okay. Oh, I see the Archangel channel finally answered the question. She made those cards. Are you selling those cards? Are you? And I made her blush. Cool. What color did your hands turn? Did your fingernails turn like a different color? So when I first I've been on, I can't believe, I think I've been on YouTube almost, I think it's going to be going on 5 years. Yikes. And when I first started, it was just hands. It's just hands. And Sunday was spirit, just hands. I focus a lot more with just hands. Okay, let's look at the 15th. This is when America, a lot of people, a lot of the government workers, the people are not going to get paid. So air traffic controllers, they're not going to get paid. Postmen, they're still going to get paid because I think they make their money from raising stamps every 3 weeks. What else? 15th, how are we looking? How are we looking on 15th? Are we still in shutdown mode? Still in pain mode? Page of Swords. Oof, worry. It feels like just with those two cards, I'm going to pull 6. It feels like just with those two cards that there is going to be a little bit of progress. But then again, with this 9 of Swords card, it's like, is it enough? Maybe the Dems are going to cave a little bit. Maybe Trump is going to cave a little bit. Page of Wands. This looks promising that someone is going to cave. 4 of Swords, because we're just like, we can't move. 4 Swords is an illness. It's a retreat, and that's in the past. At the top of the reading, we have the Magic Man, the Magician, and that could be Pumpkinhead because he's always changing things around. Hey, look over there while I do this. And the final 6 cards is 2 of Cups. 15th. I have it still being worried. I think it's going to be done by then. Not completely, though. There's going to be something. So I did a full spread anyway. So the final outcome is the 9 of Wands. So it's beat up, still going up the hill, still fighting. And then you have the 6 of Wands coming in as a winner. But when you look at this card, it looks like this guy is being skewered. He's like crowd surfing in a concert a little bit, but it looks like he's being skewered and burnt alive. So the winning isn't like a full-on, woohoo, we won. It's kind of like, yeah, we kind of won, which I think even if the Dems hold hard and fast to what they want, the two items that they want, we're still being, it's not a victory. We're still being skewered. We're still being skewered by the authoritarian rule. So, yeah. All right, let's look at China, and then that'll probably be one of the ends. China. So we don't get much from China. Pumpkinhead is going to give at 100% additional tariffs, is what I read, on additional tariffs on the already on the already tariffs, whatever they had. So, sorry, I glanced over at the chat and I got confused. So, and I read that Pumpkinhead said that. Do I have it? That'd be cool if I did. If I actually have the text. No, that's just. Anyway, he said that China is being morally wrong because they're switching up their import-export deals or something. Trump saying that China is morally wrong? Really? Well, you would know. All right. How's this going to play out? How is this going to play out? What do you think? Is the Gaza peace deal going to last? I'm so happy he didn't get the Peace Prize. But even the woman who got it, Venezuela, I'm like, was she serious when she said, this is for my people and for President Trump who supported democracy? I go, is she like making a joke, or was it true? Or I don't know. I don't know. And even in the PBS roundtable on the Friday night news, where they have the two New York Times and the other guy going back and forth, they both said, well, I have to give Trump credit. He knows how the Middle East works. And I go, it's all about money. It's all about money. And that's what Trump thinks he knows about. So I say it's not going to hold. I pray it will. Those poor people. Okay. China. November 1st. How is this general read on the U.S. economy after these tariffs go into effect? Worry. I've been getting that card a lot today. There's a new truth that's come in. People are seeing this. Yeah. At the top of the reading, what everything is being shadowed, it being embraced by, is the Sun card. I'm not seeing this as fun and play, even though it's somebody naked on a swing. When was the last time y'all did that? Go swing on a swing naked. I'll wait till you answer. Okay, sorry. PsychicDuck swings naked all the time. He's a swinger. She, them. Okay. There's illumination. So what I'm picking up here is there's a lot of worry, but there's some new truth that is being shown with these big ass tariffs that may be challenged in court. And so there is some illumination coming, and the final outcome is the Emperor card. So the Emperor is still going. Which Emperor? Xi Jinping or Trump? There is an Emperor energy that is going to be exposed in this sunlight. Internally, I got the Lovers, and externally, the High Priestess secrets. I'm getting such mixed signals with this. Hopes and fears, the Fool. The final outcome is the Four of Swords, retreat, sickness, the Devil, and the Ten of Coins. The Ten of Coins is my Republican Party. And again, I don't know if I just want to wish this so much that I'm so invested in it, but it feels to me like there's going to be some new truth within the Republican Party, the party of money, how to make money, how to keep money. And they're kind of sick of this. They're sick of being manipulated by the devil. They want their money back. I think they're going to be going on a new journey. I think there's things that's going on in secret. Maybe some of the big companies are going, this can't stand anymore. Let's look. How are people who are watching this video going to be affected? How are they going to feel financially? Better or worse coming in November? How are the people watching this video going to feel first week of November? If I get that Nine of Swords, sorry. Oh, okay. Celebration. Four of Wands. This is people celebrating on the beach, and me being a water guy. They have their backs to the beach. They're not paying attention to the water. Not good. Always pay attention to the water. Challenged by the Two of Coins, juggling finances. Yeah. A little underwater. Balancing on sticks. Not quite sure what's going on. There's going to be a lot of review. What do I need? What do I not need? And then we have some information that's going to be coming that's really fast. We're not feeling good. We're feeling betrayed. But there's truth that's coming. A new currency, a new path forward. Oh. And then the final outcome is the Fountain card. This is a unique card to this deck. And it's like the infinity, the choices are immense if we stay in the center, if we stay in the fringes, if we stay, our radical left selves. I couldn't even say that without coughing. Or the radical right. If we stay more in the center, we have unlimited possibilities. We have the King of Coins as a clarifier. And we get our wish. So how are we going to feel about our finances? So that King of Coins to me does not play as Mr. Pumpkinhead. It plays as being in charge of our finances. So we are going to need to make some decisions on how we spend things. Maybe we're not going to go out and buy another Lamborghini. Dang it. Or another, we're just going to have to make some choices. It doesn't feel like it's going to be horrific, although there is going to be some heartbreak with it. Yeah, I got the Three of Swords, so it's going to be like, dang, I really wanted to go on a vacation, or I really wanted to get that new Lamborghini or whatever it is, and you couldn't do it. However, we have enough to get by. So maybe not a new iPhone. Maybe you have to get the littler burner phone. I don't know. But it did say watch your finances, but there is unlimited. There's a new path forward in finances that's unlimited. I remember reading a couple of years ago about the current state of finances, and I got this information via, I think it was Pam Gregory when she was doing some astrology for the year, and how our financial system is going to change completely. And Steve Judd talked about it as well. And sometimes we think that it's going to change in a certain way, and it surprises us and it changes in a different way. Some people think, oh, it's going to be the cryptocurrency is going to be our new way forward. And then we find out, oh, it's not crypto. Maybe it's the barter system. Maybe it's something new, but it is good. It is going to be unlimited ways to deal with financing in a new way, in a brand new way. And I'm not quite sure what that is, but we'll find out. We'll find out. All right. Cryptocurrency is way too easily to be hacked. And didn't they say that was one of the benefits of crypto? Or was it just we didn't know where the money was coming from, and so they couldn't track it? Yeah. Hello, Celtic Seer. So yeah. As I wrap up, 10241. So this is a portal energy time. This is October 11th. So we have 3 ones here. We have a 10 and then a master number. I thought that was kind of interesting for the day. Let us rejoice. Let us pull. What am I going to pull? What deck? I used one deck today. I had 3 decks ready, but I only used one. Let's go with our Sacred Earth Oracle deck. I haven't used that. Maybe I should also pull for portal energy on the 10-11. I'm going to pull 3 cards. I'm going to pull on what is the message for the number 10, right? So 10s are completion, and it breaks down to a 1, which is new starts, new beginnings. Annie Bear's going to an 8-year-old birthday party today. Woohoo! 8-year-olds, they're fun. All right. All right. The number 10 card. What is the message for the number 10 card? I don't know what that means. What is the message for the number 11 card? Master number. I don't know what that means, but you remember when I said maybe I need to pull a space card? Did I say that, or did I just think it? And what is it when it's the whole thing together. 10, 11, all these 3 ones. Oh, alliance. Okay, so 10 patterns. And what is this? I mean, this deck, it means a lot of things. And I can go look at the book and see what it means. But what does it mean when patterns keep showing up in your life? What does it mean when you see repeating numbers like 333? Maybe it's something that we should be thinking about and refocus on, and getting into that quiet time, getting into that quiet space so that we can process what we're hearing with these patterns. Because something's happening. There's an ending and then there's a big beginning. And what would that be? It's our alliance. And in this deck, as I look at it, I see the 4 directions. I see the medicine drum. I see, are there fish in there? Might be fish down here. So there's a lot of fire energy, a lot of healing energy, sacred energy, protection energy, ancestral energy. And so if we call on all those energies and we call on the directions, we pay attention to the patterns, we get into our quiet space that we can flow back and forth without judgment on what we're hearing, seeing. And the new beginning is our alliance. And what I hear first off is our alliance with Mother Earth, and our alliance with our brothers and sisters on this planet, that we can come together, not as radical that, radical this, but just as people who want to have fun at an 8-year-old's birthday party with all sorts of people celebrating that new life. That's what we want. We want safety, security. We want a place to live. We want comfort in our food. We want people to love and support around us. And that's what's coming, according to the cards. And that is all I have to say. All right. Debbie says, this month will reveal surprises. Next month, consequences start. Consequences. Wow. But if we're in an alliance, yeah, I feel like there's a big shift coming. Big shift. Stay out of the weeds as much as we can. That's what I'm hearing for myself. It's easy. When I first was scrolling through the headlines, looking at all the clickbait, that world is going to end, terrible, horrible, all these clickbait words to get you to click on the video. It was a little shock to my system. So try to stay away from it. We're going to come out way better, way better. So, all right. Thank you all. Thank you for the people who have donated. If I didn't say thank you because I wasn't paying attention, but thank you. Yay. How many people do I have here? Ooh, 207. Yay. That's awesome. Thank you for being here. Okay, that's it. I got to go. Everybody, peace and love. Bye-bye.